What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's your man Z, and I'm coming at you with the next snapshot of Minecraft 1.17, which is 20W46A. Make sure to put on your winter coats, because this one's going to be a chilly one. Moving into the mountains of Minecraft, we now have powdered snow. So if we take a look over here, we do have a side-by-side comparison of regular snow to powdered snow, and if you take a look on the right here is the powdered snow. So there's a little bit more texture to the powdered snow compared to the regular texture, and the way to get powdered snow is from leaving a cauldron in the mountains, and as time progresses, whenever it rains or snows in the mountains, water will slowly fill up and snow will form inside instead of full water cauldrons. Now, to get powdered snow, you could use a regular bucket. So if we take this bucket here and we head into survival, you can get powdered snow once the cauldron has fully accumulated and turned into this powdered snow. Right click, and that's how you get it. Now, powdered snow is considered a trap block, so whenever a player or mob happens to walk over it, they will slowly fall down into the snow. So if we actually go into survival mode really quick, which I should have done before, you will start to notice a little frosty effect start to come across the screen, which is now called freezing. So if you're standing in the powdered snow for a little too long, or you submerge for a little too long, you'll start to freeze to death. So after about 10 to 15 seconds, we start to get this freezing effect, and you can see our hearts disappeared, are now surrounded by a black silhouette. Now, if you ask me, I think Mojang should really add like a blue, icy cold effect to the hearts, rather than just taking them away and making them look like the Wither heart effects. To prevent yourself from falling into the powdered snow, you'll need leather boots, and once you throw those on, you'll be able to walk over the powdered snow without falling in. And if you have full leather armor on, so if we just go ahead and quickly grab it, throw that stuff on, and if we submerge ourselves into the powdered snow, you'll notice that we're not freezing at all. Now, if we were to take our leather cap off, and it also probably helps that we're in creative. Now, if we take our leather cap off, you'll notice that the freezing effect comes back, but it's not as fast because we do have leather armor on, which will help prevent the freezing effect from happening as quickly. And you're able to also get out of powdered snow. Say if like there's two solid blocks on each side, you'll be able to basically quote unquote swim out of the snow. Moving on to the next portion of the video, there have been some texture changes to some of the newer blocks that were introduced in the last snapshot, and we'll be introducing a couple that we missed in the last one as well, so I also apologize in advance for that. Cut copper texture has been changed ever so slightly. I think it was lightened up a little bit, maybe. I think that might be a texture change. I could definitely tell the lightning rod has been, the texture of it has been lightened up a little bit as well. And two new blocks that we forgot to mention in the last video are calcite and tuff. Now, these didn't have a texture change to them. I just forgot to add them in the last video. So like I said, I apologize for that. But these are two of the newer blocks, and if you ask me, they look very nice. I feel like a lot of potential is coming our way for a lot of builders with this, especially this calcite. It definitely gives off a very much marbly-like texture compared to like andesite or the mushroom stem blocks that most builders might use. Moving on, we also have the normal amethyst block and budding amethyst block. Those textures have changed ever so slightly. There's still that cross texture in between. This one has just been lightened up a little bit, maybe even sort of turned into a star ever so slightly, and I believe that little cross pattern that we saw in the last snapshot has been reduced a little bit. Moving on, we also have the tinted glass. It was given a slight texture change as well, and this weather is getting in the way. We don't want that right now, thank you very much. The tinted glass has been given a slight texture change. It now has more of like a purplish hue. So that, I think that might be a nice little change to that. Moving on, we also have the textures for candles to be changed. Now, I don't think it's changed very much. I think that like dripping wax texture that it had before is gone. So now we just have more refined looks for the candles. And the copper ingot has also been changed ever so slightly. It's been darkened by the looks of it. The amethyst shard has a texture change along with the bundle. And another thing with the bundles as well is when you have items in here, if you right click, it actually shows the items instead of just the text. So if we just go ahead and quickly right click all of these. Apparently we can't right click full buckets, but we can right click all this stuff in, like a chest preview kind of thing. It shows all the items instead of just the text like you would normally get from a shulker box. Like most snapshots, changes come in snapshots. So there were a few changes that came in this one. Obviously the textures were obviously one of the bigger ones to mention. These are also subject to change, so they could, change at any point in time, whether Mojang feels like it. They should change or not, but yes. Also, another thing that was changed was the copper blocks. So instead of needing 9 copper ingots in order to make the regular standard copper block, they've reduced that down to 4. Now, I think that's a great change because it was pretty much ridiculous because each block that you would need for cut copper would have required 36 copper ingots for one block. And I just think that's a little bit ridiculous. So I am 100% on board with this change. And a change has also come with the lightning rod. So the distance that it covers to prevent lightning from striking your structures and whatnot has been doubled. So it was originally 4x16, so it is now 8x32. Another change that comes with this snapshot is the smooth transition between biome change with the sky. So if we take a look right now, we're currently in a savanna biome, and we will be transitioning from a river to a desert. So just watch the sky and you'll be able to see the ever so slight difference in colors and changes. So in the desert, it's much more like a lighter blue. In the river here, it gets a little more orangish. If we're even... Can we see what biome we're currently in? So we're in a river biome right now. It's a little bit... And if we head towards desert, yeah, the biome changes. It changes it to a little darker blue, and then if we move into the savanna, it adds a little slight orange. It gives it a warmer color to the sky. And with every snapshot, there are some technical bugs that are squashed, changed. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you're interested in the more technical side of stuff, make sure to check the link down in the description below to check out all those features as well. Anyways, it was a very short video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below, and make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to be notified when more snapshots come out. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.